really at the end of the day, what I'm talking about is boundaries. You decide who you want to be and how you react. And then it doesn't matter what other people do or don't do. You act from that place, whether that's your partner, your kid, your mother, I don't care who it is. You act that way. What have I always said? When we have our boundary, what you're doing is saying, okay, I'm kind of compassionate. This is just like kind of how I act. But I don't do things that hurt me. I don't go over the limit of what is good for me. And so even if my partner's really nice, I don't collapse the boundary and do more than I should for them. And if they're not nice, I don't collapse the boundary and act suddenly really mean and distant. I'm the same. I'm the same. I'm in the stream. I'm the, beautiful stream stone with the water all rushing around. Doesn't matter. I don't move. I do my thing because that's who I am. It doesn't matter who you are. It matters who I am in these moments. Okay. And obviously the way you're going to get better at this is to start acting mindfully throughout your day. It's really time for the real you to emerge. I, again, see this as an opportunity for the real you. When we have something that shows us what we don't want in our lives, when we're in a relationship and we're struggling, it's also letting us know what we do want. We get very clear. I don't know if you ever made one of those lists before you got, in your long-term relationship or married or whatever. A lot of times people make a list, I want him to be this tall. I want her to have this kind of job or him to make this kind of money, or we have these lists, right? And what happens when you're in a relationship over time is that you realize what's actually important, and half that stuff from the list doesn't really matter. And you start to realize, oh, this is what I really care about. This is how I really feel loved. Here's the nut. And so that's a wonderful thing to really start to emerge and know who we are and what we really need and want. And to put that out into the universe to the people around us. That's awesome. That's great. But first and foremost, you need to do it for you. It is not other people's job to make you happy. That is an inside job. What do I always say? Don't give it to someone outside the company. It is your job to make yourself happy. It is not on your partner or anyone else. If you are choosing, and I say that with love, choosing to be miserable because of your outside circumstances, I need you to really look at that, because otherwise you're always a victim. It's always about everything outside of you and never about you. And you can't do anything from there. I don't want you feeling that way. I want you feeling empowered and strong and inspired and enthused, not the other way.